They did that for the sole reason of manipulating the process. Because if you allow the genuine voters to pass through the process of accreditation, definitely he knew they were going to vote against him. So what they did very simply was to ensure that they hide under the guise of the window provided by INEC to resort to manual accreditation and the use of incident form, then to begin to write names of people and allocate votes to themselves.
All right, Mr. Unje, your party had agents on the day of this election at every polling unit. Do you finger INEC as an accomplice or part of a conspiracy to deny you of your mandate since you say you won the elections?
Definitely. I see INEC as an accomplice to this. In most cases, our agents were intimidated by the
INEC?
security, in conspiracy with the security agents and INEC.
How so?
They were intimidated. Whatever they wanted to do, they did because they had the security on their side. Don't forget, at the time around the election against Senator David Mark, he wielded so much influence and power as the number 3 citizen in the country. In fact, number 3 is just merely on paper. He was practically the de facto president. So he had access to all the state's instruments of coercion, the security agencies, and they were all, operating at his beck and call. So, they used the security maximally to ensure that all activities during the election was skewed towards his favor. That was what happened. Even where we had our agents and they tried to complain to the police, haven't compromised, gave or turned deaf ears to our agents, because we got these complaints from the field. Of course, that was why we were able to put up our petition very quickly, because already we knew what happened, where, and when. We already knew, because we got these reports from our agents.
So you say the elections were marred with massive irregularities.
Yes.
Those were your words. But you were also asking the tribunal to declare you winner. So you would have, assuming the tribunal agreed to declare you a winner, you would have been a winner in a marred election? Would you have been happy with that?
Well, because we got the card reader information, and we saw the number of successfully accredited people and the number of the failed incidences of fingerprints, and then we saw that from the result sheets that virtually all the places we won, elections were conducted in line with the Electoral Act. And in their own place, there were so many irregularities that occur, some because it was done in a hurry to concoct figures. They didn't even fill the incident forms in some cases. So we thought we could sieve them out, but of course, that electoral matters are sui generis. They are unique in their own kind and their own nature. It is time bound. So we realized that we didn't have the whole time in the world to do that, because there was time within which the pre-trial session should end. There was time within which the trial should end. And because of all these issues, and of course, INEC frustrated us. At the time we got the court order to inspect the INEC materials, before even filing our petition, before our 21 days of filing petition, time grace elapsed, we got the court order, but INEC didn't release this material to us until after the commencement of the pre-trial session. So if we had this on time, we would have taken our time and done a very, very critical and meticulous analysis of it to arrive at our conclusion, and then, of course, to tabulate to show that we won the election. Even though we saw the evidence available, but the time was our constraint.
That's why
because because in petition, once it's drafted, you cannot amend your petition, especially when the 21 grace period given to you elapsed.
Let's look at the election proper now. How effective or how influential would you say the ethnic coloration is in Benue State? You're of the Idoma, right?
Yes.
and there are the thieves and all.
Yes.
Would you say the ethnic colorations affect elections in your state?
Well, I wouldn't say the ethnic coloration affects election in our state. It depends on the leadership of the respective ethnic groups. For instance, the Teeth people that you talk about, they are known to be warriors and very resilient people. They won't tolerate what my people have tolerated over time with Senator David Mark, because he has practically, for instance, I mean, coming out to boast that he's going to win the election 100 times if it is conducted, that because his people are behind him. Just take a drive down the northern entrance to the Benue South and the southern exit from the Benue South to the southeast. Take a drive through and see what you will view in the Benue South will be an eyesore to you. He asked his deputy, Senator Kwere Madu, go to his hometown and see the heavy presence of the federal presence in its senatorial district. But I mean, in our own place is different. There is nothing to show, nothing at all to show that we once had a number 3 man at the helms of affairs of the nation twice, 2 times. There is nothing to show, practically nothing to show. But yet, year in, year out.
What's making you so confident that if you go into the elections that you'll win? I mean, you're considered a stooge to someone of the Thief ethnic group who was also contesting against Senator David Mark.
Well, this is laughable. We come from different senatorial zones with the Thief people. They have the zone A and B, and we have the zone C. When it suits them, the argument is different. When Young Alhaji Abubakar Usman, aka Young Alhaji, contested against Senator David Mark, it was the Thief people who were sponsoring him. It was the Thief people who were pushing him. That was the propaganda from the David Mark's camp. When General Onoja contested as well, it was still the same Thief people that were said to have been sponsoring General Onoja. But when it is the David Mark's family, then it is on their own volition that they contest the election. I didn't come out to make a show of bravado in this election. I came out because the people of Benue South needed liberation.
So you
they are
and
in
David
captivity,
Mark are
they are
the
in
same
bondage.
family.
We are from the same senatorial district. We speak the same language, Idoma.
Then there are also some who say that there is some kind of gang up to remove Senator Mark because he's been there for so long, in as much as the Benue people want him.